Released on the 3DS back in 2013, Shin Megami Tensei IV isn't just another JRPG. It's a deep philosophical experience that makes you question the morality, humanity, and the very structure of society. At the heart of the game are two iconic worlds, Mikado and Tokyo. These aren't just places where the story happens. They're key themes that shape the narrative, gameplay, and the tough choices you'll face as a player. They represent humanity's eternal struggle between order and chaos, and the search for balance in the world that doesn't offer easy answers. Take Mikado. It might seem like a peaceful, stable kingdom at first. With its medieval feel, strict hierarchy, and powerful gauntlet knights, it's a society held together by discipline and faith. It's a clear example of the law alignment, where structure and rules meant to bring safety and unity. But if you take a closer look, you'll see the cracks in this so-called utopia. Mikado's people are split by a harsh caste system. Luxurious live in comfort and privilege, while casualties are stuck in hard labor with few opportunities. This inequality reveals the darker side of Mikado's order, where control comes at the cost of fairness and freedom. The monastery plays a key role in maintaining this system, using religion to enforce obedience and silence anyone who questions the status quo. The people's loyalty to a single god strips them of choice, turning Mikado into a society ruled by fear and not true unity. Yet rebellion is quietly brewing beneath the surface. As you uncover hidden truths, like the banned books from the outside world, Mikado's perfect image begins to crumble. This forbidden text filled with stories of freedom and independent thought challenge the kingdom's carefully constructed narrative, revealing that this peaceful kingdom is actually a cage. Tokyo, on the other hand, is the complete opposite of Mikado's rigid structure. It's a sprawling post-apocalyptic world filled with chaos and danger. The city's once thriving streets are now overrun by demons, with broken buildings and empty spaces serving as reminders of its downfall. But even in all this destruction, there's a strange beauty to it. Tokyo represents humanity's resilience, a place where survival itself becomes an act of defiance. The people of Tokyo have adapted. They formed communities and even found ways to coexist with demons. This speaks to humanity's strength and determination to keep going, no matter how dire the circumstances are. Tokyo isn't just a setting, it's a symbol of freedom and individuality, aligned with the chaos philosophy. In Tokyo, people embrace their desires and truths, but it comes with a heavy price. While chaos offers freedom, it is as harsh as Mikado's order. In Tokyo, it's the survival of the fittest. Freedom means living with constant danger, where only the strongest survive. This raises a tough question. Is freedom worth the instability and conflict it brings? You see, Shin Megami Tensei IV establishes Mikado and Tokyo as two extremes, order and chaos. But the game also shows us that neither side has all the answers. Both have their strengths and flaws, and as you play, you realize there's more to the story than just choosing one side. Mikado's strict control brings safety and stability, but at the cost of freedom and fairness. On the flip side, Tokyo's chaos gives people the freedom to express themselves, but it often leads to conflict and instability. This constant tension between the two ideologies really makes you wonder, can either of them create a perfect world? That's where the neutral alignment comes in. It offers a middle ground, focusing on balance and compromise. Instead of following Mikado's strict order or Tokyo's wild freedom, it suggests a world where humans can shape their own destiny, free from control of gods or total anarchy. But reaching neutrality isn't simple. The game doesn't just present it as a third option. It subtly hints at neutrality through the choices and interactions you make. Neutrality also becomes clear during key moments in the story, when you're faced with tough choices that don't fit into law or chaos alignments. One of the best examples of this is Isakar, a character whose fate is in your hands. During your battle with him, Isakar, who is demon-possessed and suffering, asks Flynn about his caste and begs him to end his misery. This moment forces you to make a difficult decision. Do you strike him down to end his pain, or do you try to spare him? Depending on your choice, your comrades will react differently. Walter will criticize you for showing kindness, calling it weakness, while Jonathan supports your decision, seeing it as compassion. But then there's Isabu, who doesn't say a word regardless of whether you kill Isakar or spare him. Her silence and disapproving hum hint that there's a third way, A middle path, one that embraces both mercy and justice. This choice isn't about just picking between the two alignments. It's about recognizing that neutrality requires a delicate balance of both. And that balance is key to the game's message. Humanity has the power to shape its own future, and as you make decisions, Shin Megami Tensei IV pushes you to realize that you, as the player, are the true force behind the change. The game shows you that gods aren't the ultimate solution to the world's problems. Humanity itself holds the power to change things. Your decisions directly challenge the established power structures, reinforcing the idea that the humans, not divine or chaotic forces, should control their own destiny. As you act independently of Mikado's order and Tokyo's chaos, the message becomes clear. It's about recognizing the power of human choice. True neutrality that the game suggests comes from rejecting the control of gods and the destruction of anarchy. The game invites you to reflect on your own values, making you aware of the immense power you hold in deciding humanity's fate. In conclusion, Shin Megami Tensei IV isn't just a game. It's an incredible journey that reflects on your beliefs, pushing you to examine the ideals that matter most to you. Mikado and Tokyo are more than just settings. They're philosophical battlegrounds that challenge your views on order, chaos, and what it means to be human. The gameplay enhances this exploration, seamlessly blending story and mechanics so that your choices feel significant. From the tactical combat to the moral decisions, SMT IV creates a journey that's both personal and thought-provoking. Whether you align with Mikado's order or Tokyo's chaotic freedom, or the middle ground of neutrality, the game encourages you to think deeply about your own values. But I want to know where you gravitate towards. Is it the safety of order or the freedom of chaos? Or perhaps you prefer the balance of neutrality? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming deep dives.